All right, man. Who we here with?
Andre Cooper.
Okay.
If you need real estate services, I'll sell your house in 30 days or less. I'll give you $1,000. We buy houses cash.
Man, 30 days or less.
Yes, sir.
How you doing that?
Well, I do a lot of marketing. I'm good with social media, marketing. I have a lot of platforms that I actually pay for to market leads and market my properties so I can get them sold to better help my sellers. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I aim to sell it fast and get them the highest return on their investment.
So how long you been doing this? I'm seeing you on the internet helping people, making impact, really getting these houses gone under 30 days or less, and you actually giving people the bread on the deal. So like, how did you start this, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been buying houses for I would say about 7 years now. I've been doing real estate maybe about 4 years. I got into it because I always had a passion for real estate. I always had a kind of thing. I always like watch HGTV, stuff like that.
Right.
And I always knew that I wanted to sell houses or invest in properties. Anyway, I heard that was the #1 way to achieve wealth, and I didn't want to break the system, so I wanted to follow my dream.
Right.
And I started purchasing property. My first property was in Baltimore, Maryland.
So I heard you say it's one of the fastest ways and the easiest ways to obtain wealth. A lot of people do a lot of other things in business. Like, how is this one of the fastest and easiest ways? A lot of people put their money in the stock market, and like I'm seeing a lot of investors and real estate developers and just being successful, like you, for example. You know what I'm saying? Then I see people invest to the market, stock market take a big dip, and they just lost their money on the investment or whatever. So like, how is this one of the easiest ways or one of the lucrative ways just to build wealth and make money?
Well, the reason why it's the easiest way is because, well, first of all, putting your money in the bank ain't really gonna make you anything.
What you mean by that?
If you invest, say you invest $20, $30, $40,000 and put it into a bank and let it sit for a year, you may make $200 or $300 for interest for that year.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is park your money into some real estate. You could buy a property, put a down payment, and what we call using the bird method. And usually what I do is I force my cash flow. So I make my properties like 2-unit buildings, like this one right here.
Yeah.
I made this property a 2-unit apartment building. This was originally a 5-bedroom
This is a house right here.
Yes.
How did you make it into an apartment?
So, like I said, it was a 5-bedroom house first. It was a 3 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths upstairs, 2 bedroom, 1 bath downstairs. So what I did, I sectioned it completely off. Therefore, they have no staircase going from upstairs to downstairs.
Wow.
But they have interest in on the side and the back of the property for the people that live in the bottom unit. But now it's 2 3-bedroom apartments. So you have a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath upstairs, 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom downstairs. They have their own full kitchens. And we got some good people in there paying. You know what I mean?
So instead of this one person paying rent on this property, 2 people.
I got 2 people paying rent.
Jeez.
So the money somebody will accumulate for a regular 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house here in PG County, Maryland, I'm getting that off of 1 floor.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So the second floor is a bonus. So 1 floor is paying my mortgage payment, and the second floor is for cash flow.
What made you like think outside the box to do that? Like, most investors not even doing that. But also, outside of the money you bringing in, you actually be able to help more families.
Yes, this lady, the person I purchased this property from, she saw my billboard. I have a truck with my billboard on it and everything like that. She stopped me and told me she was going through a pre-foreclosure situation and asked me, can I buy her property, and she needed to sell it fast. I asked her to come see it. I told her I can close in 10 days. I bought the property cash.
Wow.
I then renovated the property. I put a down payment. I did a hard money loan. I renovated the property. And then once I renovated the property, I placed tenants in it, and I refinanced and pulled all the cash out. So therefore, I was able to pay the hard money lender off, and then I had to get my money that I down paid back. I got that back,
Jeez.
plus some.
So
I was able to
basically,
buy
the
more
property
property.
was essentially free.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you call buying properties with other people's money. Yes.
So yeah, let's talk about that, because most people think like you gotta have all this cash and come out of your own pocket to make these plays happen or to do business.
Yeah, so most people think you need a lot of cash. I'm not gonna lie, you need some cash because you need down payment money, and then not only that, you give it down payment money, and then you might have to pay a monthly draw, whatever how your loan is set up.
Yeah.
But after all of that's done, that's why I said park your money in real estate rather than the bank. After all that's done and you're finished renovating the property, you can now refinance and get 70%, 80% sometimes of that money back of the after repair value. So you'll be getting double, triple the money that you put down. You'll be getting that back.
Right. Why don't the banks give you any percentage on what you putting inside your own bank account?
Well, they give you a percentage. They give you a small percentage, but the bank actually use your money. They use your money to fund their own deals or lend to other people. So the thing is that's why I say it's better to park your money
there no more
into some real estate right now. I don't, stocks is good too, but I park my money into real estate because the properties appreciate every year. So, you can always use that money for anything. You can always pull cash out. You can buy another property, you can do whatever, but that's the beauty of real estate. It appreciates every year. In the bank, it doesn't do anything. You leave your money in the bank for a year, you won't see anything. It's a waste of time.
So what was you actually doing before this? Like, what was your life like before real estate and business? Like, what made you start doing this?
That's a good question. I'm ex-military. I'm an Army veteran, Afghanistan veteran. I did that for about 10 years, and I owned my own barbershop for about 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
And I wound up selling the barbershop because I started getting into real estate real heavy. My real estate stopped taking off.
Yeah.
I started out originally buying properties, but then I got my real estate license so I could sell property so I could buy more property. You know what I mean? So once that started taking off, and I started helping people with pre-foreclosures and probate estates.
So what's a pre-foreclosure and a probate estate? Like, because I'm hearing a lot of investors, even you, when I look at your content, I'm hearing you talk about this, but what is it?
Right. A pre-foreclosure situation is somebody who may be behind on payments, whether they done lost their job. Like right now, you got the government, a lot of people getting fired and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of these people may be losing their homes or become behind on payments. And when they become behind on payments, they go into what you call a pre-foreclosure situation. If they don't wind up redeeming the money or pay the arrears that's owed to the bank will foreclose on them and auction the property off. So that's when I come in and I save them from that, because if they get the property auctioned off, then now they have a foreclosure on their record, and they, you can't buy anything for like 7 years. Your credit is, shot.
So that's where you come in
and kind of save them from that, so therefore they can still get the equity that they put into the property. Yes. So instead of going down with the Titanic, they will go ahead and sell and get their money out. And a lot of times I'm able to negotiate a loan modification and or forbearance agreement with the mortgage company to help them get the money put on the back end to stop them from the pre-foreclosure so they can keep the house. So most times I want them to keep the house. You know what I mean? And but if the mortgage companies don't try to work out anything and the only thing they can do is sell, then a lot of times I buy the properties cash, and the properties that, you know, I don't buy, maybe I sell it to another colleague or somebody like that, but we do stop the foreclosures and we do save them from that situation. But we offer all types of real estate services, whether it's a short sale. I'm also a real estate agent. I can list the property. I help people with buying properties, everything. So,
Definitely.
you know, but I specialize in helping people with get out of those situations.
Yeah. So was there like any mentors or anybody that you was getting game from?
Yes, I definitely. I have a lot of. I had mentors.
Okay.
I got one. My broker's been in Real Estate Solutions. The owner mentored me a lot. Also, my broker. I have the broker of that brokerage mentored me a lot and showed me a way, showed me the ropes of buying properties.
Why do people think you could just jump into certain things in entrepreneurship and in business without like having a mentor? Because people think they know it all most times.
A lot of people like to go fast without getting the knowledge first, and that's where you make your big mistakes at. You know what I mean?
So you would say the knowledge is the most important.
It's key. The knowledge is key. I mean, you have to get a mentor. You have to listen to somebody. You can call me at 202-391-3698 if you need a mentor. But yes, you know, you definitely need a mentor so you won't lose a lot of money, because I'm not going to say this business is easy. Now, if you have the knowledge, you can minimize risk. But just trying to do it on your own, you know, you asking for trouble. Yes.
Definitely. And so y'all heard that, man. You need to get a mentor, and he definitely dropped a lot of gems on like how you could just do what he doing for real.
Right.
But what can they find you at on social media?
You can find me at Cooper Does Invest, at Cooper Does Invest on IG, and Andre Cooper on Facebook. But if anybody ever need any real estate service, I sell properties everywhere, any state, it doesn't matter. I sell properties on market and off market. I can buy the property cash. I can take over mortgage payments, whatever you need to. But if you need any real estate advice or want to learn how to buy properties like this using other people's money and hardly none of your cash, give me a call. I can show you the ropes. I can take you by the hand. I can show you how it's done so you can minimize risk. So therefore,